bad. Young Cruiser King better add extra on the. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam. I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day. I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Baltimore Ravens. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And they'll begin by running the option. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. The Ravens at 500, 7-7 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Jackson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Oh, that's a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That sack was by Isaiah Oliver from his cornerback position.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. In motion left, Robinson. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ready?
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First do no harm. Right now they're home.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mariota's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Play action now. Mariota. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Getting this to the 32, a play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This time Jackson will throw it. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Now it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Again, Jackson. A slant route caught by Bateman. And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Dobbins. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak, kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
I know they didn't get it, but I kind of like the call. 2nd and inches, go right to the quarterback sneak. Normally that should be executed better, shouldn't it?
I'm going to disagree with you. I don't like the call.
You don't like that?
That's just because they didn't get it, though.
Oh, okay.
Hindsight's 20/20.
20/20 and never defeated.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Tucker with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd and 10, Mariota. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, Mariota. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 39. First and 10, it's Patterson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's Patterson again. And some room to run now. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A good balanced attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Jackson to Bateman there. First down, Ravens.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Now Jackson on first down. He'll find Bateman once more. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper. And a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Jackson on first down. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing is Mariota. Looking sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Mariota. And complete to Drake London. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Mariota now. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. The drive will start with an option going left. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. On the return, Williams. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mariota. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Play action. Now Jackson steps away. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. He finds Bateman over the middle. Touchdown! Rashad Bateman.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Williams loses the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll go option to the short side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Gus Edwards taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Here's Edwards again on second down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They go play action with Jackson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on third down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there. And he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give up the middle to Dobbins. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensive. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the option, here's Edwards. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here, and he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands. Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Edwards. And Edwards trying to push forward, but unsuccessful. They stop him short of the marker. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Two things to watch. First, his strength in being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The way we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll throw again. Mariota. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll run here with Edwards. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On second down, it's Edwards. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. This a 27-yard attempt here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Baltimore, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town.